Ignite Session 9. I'm your facilitator, your instructor, your coach from afar, Robert Earl with Keller Williams. And in this session, we're going to talk about capturing more leads. Now, it's not about being selfish, it's not about being greedy, it's about making sure that we're helping as many people as we possibly can in buying, selling, and investing in real estate. We're going to make sure that all of our contacts are done in a TCPA compliant manner. Check with your local market center for all of the details, all of the disclosures. Let's jump in. In the first 4 sessions, we talked about becoming the real estate agent of choice, the real estate expert of choice, connecting with your market. We're still working on defining our value proposition so that we stand out, so that we know what value we provide to the potential buyers and sellers. And then we're starting to have our conversations with potential buyers and sellers. We're starting with our sphere of influence. We're working our way out by growing our database. We talked about open houses, social media. Now we're going to talk about the other forms of lead generation that are foundational to your career as a real estate agent. So let's jump into the agenda that we have here and look at what we're going to go through today. We're going to talk about some systems that work, the difference between prospecting and marketing, the gold mine of referrals that you're able to create, bring up some more sources of lead generation and how to capture leads from those sources, do our recaps and ahas, and then jump into our daily success system. So we're going to go through all of this and help you out as a new or relaunching agent. Gary Keller has this quote in Shift that says, "You know people and you love people, but at the same time, you haven't yet learned to love hunting for them." Now, what does he mean by this? Well, our objectives today are to gain a deeper understanding of how to create and disseminate a lead generating message that causes individuals to seek you out and to be able to expand upon your referral strategies. We want to make sure that we are helping you through each step of it. So the first part is having systems that work. Your number one job is to find ways to get in the path of motivated buyers and sellers. With those individuals selling once every 7 to 10 years or buying a home, we want to develop relationships with these individuals so that when they do make a decision to buy or sell a home, that you are the one that they pick up the phone and call. You're the one that is the trusted advisor that they turn to and that they work with. So we need to put some lead generation systems in play. That system may be that you are systematically making phone calls and reaching out to your marketplace, and it also is making sure that you're focusing on the 2 M's of lead generation. These 2 M's of lead generation are your messaging and the method that you're using. So the first part is your messaging that you're working through. You want to match the market by tailoring your intended messages to the sentiments and market conditions of the target group that you're working with and that you are seeking to work with in the marketplace. Let's give an example. If interest rates start to go up, your messaging to buyers is going to be a little bit different than the messaging that you send out to sellers. When rates go up, are individuals still buying and selling homes? Yes, they are. Their concerns, their questions are going to be a little bit different than when market rates go down. When they start to see their neighbor's sign stay in the front yard for a longer period of time, they're going to be worried about listing their own property for sale. If you have a message that lets them know, no matter the market, you have a system, you have a strategy, you're able to consult with them about pricing their home correctly to get it sold, that's going to cause them to seek you out versus the other agent who just put a sign in the yard and is not causing that home to sell. You're also going to determine your calls to action, which can be direct, call me now, or indirect. Take a look at my website, do a property search. So those are the offers that you can make. So let's look at the chart that is up on the screen. We're going to match the market to your target audience and your market conditions. And then we're going to continually make offers out. I talked about heads and homes. You want to be more than heads and homes. You want to be making offers. And these offers are either going to be direct offers, call me now, get my free report, or indirect offers that are going to cause the individuals to take action indirectly, and then they're taking action on one of your properties, your social media, your postcard, your website, your information, your brochure that you gave them, that will indirectly cause them to get in contact with you. Now, what could be an offer that would generate a response? What would make the phone ring to generate immediate responses in a text or social media world? Well, one of the ways in which you can do this is when you do have a new listing is to create a sense of urgency that this house just came on the market. If you're looking for a home in this particular neighborhood, you need to act on this right away. And if the property has been priced correctly, this will create a sense of urgency because the buyers are going to say, I don't want to miss out on this particular property. If interest rates have made a change, if you're buying, now is the time to do so, even if they've made a quarter point adjustment or a half point adjustment from what they have been. You educating the marketplace, letting them know that there has been this adjustment, and having a call to action to let them know that you can work with your partners, your lenders, and they can get them pre-approved right away. Letting them know what the difference is. Because the rates are lower, this lowers your payment by X, making sure that you're following all of the RESPA regulations and the advertising regulations for loans. Also, piquing curiosity about their own home. Do you know about prices of homes in your neighborhood? Did you know what the home that was listed across the street actually ended up selling for? This is one that I've used for a number of years to be able to talk to somebody and say, yes, you saw what the property was listed for, but do you really know what it sold for? Do you know if there were any concessions that were made, any closing cost? You can call me, you can text me. I have a form on my website that will let you know that you can get the true market value. This would cause people to raise their hand to reach out to you and look for the information. Now we talk about the method in which you're going to deliver this message. And there are two primary ways in which you can deliver your messages. One is prospecting. This is the opportunity for you to be able to have conversations over the phone, nose to nose, belly to belly. You understand what I'm saying is being able to be connected with somebody. And this does not cost you a lot of money. It's just strictly time. Marketing is utilizing social media, using a boost to be able to promote this out, or other forms of print and YouTube video types of advertising. So one of the keys that you're going to want to make sure that you're doing is time blocking to make sure that you're preparing. either preparing your call list as to who you're going to get in contact with, that you take action and actually do the marketing or make the contacts, and that you're also maintaining this. We cannot be a VH1 one-hit wonder. You don't run an ad one time and say, well, I didn't get any response from it. It's continuing to send out your message, continuing to be in front of individuals, making offers, tweaking your offers, doing A/B testing. I tried this message and I tried this message. I got a better response from B. Therefore, I'm going to double down on B and continue to offer that particular response. B may work in one part of town, in one price range, in one group of your database. A works for a different group. So it's making sure that you take action and maintain from that standpoint. So leads are actually everywhere. If you get out of your own way and you actually realize that you are in the lead generation business, you're in the relationship business, and these relationships are available everywhere. Your role is to approach and have conversation starters that you're able to work with. Now stop and think about this. Since you got your real estate license, or since you've been in real estate, have you noticed that you start to hear, you'll be sitting in a restaurant and 3 tables away, 4 tables away, somebody will start having a conversation about real estate, and your little antennas go up. What real estate? Real estate. I heard them talking about this. Being able to act upon those types of conversations, being able to say, hey, I overheard that you were talking about an open house. Are you looking for a property in this area? Making sure that you approach individuals and talk to them. Hey, did you know that I just associated with the #1 real estate company in the world, and I would love to be able to assist you in the future? You're not asking for them to go and buy a home right now. You're approaching them. Then you're going to connect with them. Hey, I have a list of all of the homes that are available in this area, or I can set up a customized search for you, or I have a downloadable app that will allow you to look up properties as you are out in the marketplace. Can I get you that information? Can I stay in contact with you? This is where we go back to the Ford method. You're going to connect with them about their family, their occupation, their recreation, their dreams. You do not have to go in order. It is not something where you always have to start with family first. You could have something about their job that comes up first. It could be something that is about their dreams, and it's their dreams that leads them to want to make a different change in their real estate situation. And you have to be willing to ask for the business. This is where you get out of your own way and say, I would like to assist you when it comes time. Would I have the opportunity to do so? This is where it feels a little salesy if you haven't practiced, if you have not gotten out of your own way and being able to say, my role is to assist people, and if I don't ask them if I can be the one to assist them, then I really cannot feel sorry for myself when they end up using an agent with Banana Realty or another real estate company. So leads are everywhere. Go into your student guide. Do you have any different thoughts about lead generation now that you've looked at this in a different way? Make note of it, and then we'll jump into the differences of prospecting and marketing. So we really want to spend some time talking about prospecting versus marketing. Lead generation is a contact sport with simple rules. It means making contact with people through prospecting and marketing. The term has been used that we want to be prospecting based and marketing enhanced, that we want to be making contacts with individuals and supporting it with a marketing message that follows up and follows through with this. We talked about this chart in a previous session of Ignite, where individuals are moving every 7 to 10 years, trying to find them in the one particular moment that they are looking to buy or sell, and they're at the start of that decision making. Is being a Star Wars fan, it's the equivalent of trying to hit the exhaust port on the Death Star when everybody's shooting at you. This is why lead generation in and of itself feels so difficult. You are learning a different way to do this. You're getting the internal plans, you're getting the intel before you have to try to find that one narrow area. You're developing relationships with individuals so that you are working with them on the chart here where it has the tick marks that are going up the arc that goes there. You're making and planting seeds with your relationship there so that you are the one that when they get to that point where it comes to move, that you're the one that they're going to select. And I would even have tick marks going down as well. That would be your follow-up and follow through. You don't only prospect leads when they're right at the top of the mountain. You're working on it all throughout the relationship that you're building through their period of time by providing value to these individuals all the way through their time frame, even if they're not looking to move at this particular moment. This is where they can also provide you with referrals to other individuals that you would be able to assist out. So when we talk about the difference of prospecting versus marketing, this is a way to visualize it, that we're prospecting based. We put a platform of prospecting. That prospecting has the opportunity to provide us with immediate results. We're having a conversation with somebody, we're working with them, and we can ask them directly for the business. Can I assist you? Is there any information I can provide to you? Are you ready to start a search? Would you like to know what your home value is worth? It can be proactive that we reach out to individuals. Hey, I just sold my 2 listings that I have on the marketplace. I have time available. You were talking about in the past trying to potentially move closer into the city. Now is a great time for me. Is it a good time for you? That's a little forward, yet you have the opportunity to do that when you're prospecting and when you've developed a relationship with someone. Prospecting can also be time intensive, but when you're a new agent, what else do you have? You have time available, and if I could show you that you could exchange 2 hours a day for a 6-figure plus return. I always like to say this with individuals, if especially when they're a newer agent. If I was hiring you for a job tomorrow or next week, that started with a $150,000 a year plus income potential, and I was hiring you next Monday was your start date, what time would I expect to see you in the office? And I have people say as early as it takes, 7 a.m., 7:30, 8 a.m. Okay, I'd get in before 9, make sure I have my cup of coffee, I'd be ready to go. And then I ask the question, how many hours would you be expected to be in the office or work each week? Oh, I'd probably be 40, 45, 50 hours. Real estate is like that. People get into real estate for the freedom, the flexibility, and the financial reward. And as Dave Jenks mentored me, people abuse number 1 and number 2. They abuse the freedom and flexibility, and therefore they never get the financial return. You want to enhance what you're doing with your prospecting. Even if you do not have a lot of money to spend, social media allows you to go back to the last session, look at how you can do your 10-5-1. This allows you to support and back up your prospecting message, your marketing, giving you long-term results. It's passive in what you're doing. It's something that they see as they're streaming through. If they have an interest, then you've made an offer for them to reach out to you. It can be, as you get to the peak of the marketing, it can be marketing intensive, yet social media, video, those types of things will allow you to build up to that particular point. So when we talked about open houses and social media, your prospecting helped support awareness of your lead generation around open houses, around your social media. Hey, did you happen to see my post? You didn't see it? Great, I'll email it over to you. I'll email a link so that you can see that information. Now you actually have a reason to call. I just posted about my first time home buyer event or my open house. Oh, you didn't see it? I'll send that information over to you. So now they're working hand in hand of being prospecting based, marketing enhanced. So let's go in and jump into the different portions of prospecting. And this is in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book under the lead generation section. I sometimes call this the a la carte menu when I'm referring to it in training. It's almost like a Chinese food restaurant menu where you go through and you say, wow, there are all of these areas available to me. And there's some things that I like. I'm not a fan of spicy food, so there's some things that I would stick to and I would feel more comfortable with, or I have skill sets in that I'm able to do. So let's go through these items. Some of them are phone or face-to-face types of relationships. We want to make sure that we're making our communications in a TCPA compliant manner, that we're following the do not call list. But we have an opportunity where we have individuals that are raising their hand saying, I want to sell my home. These are for sale by owners or expired listings. You have the opportunity to reach out to a for sale by owner, give them a call, knock on their door, go up to them and say, I saw that you have a help wanted sign out in your front yard, and I'm a real estate agent and I'm here to apply for the job of getting your home sold. That's a little forward, and I have had appointments and I have had houses that I've sold by using that particular approach. Expired listings, they were on the marketplace before, they failed to sell for whatever reason. You now have the opportunity to go in and help them. Circle prospecting, whether it be over the phone, again in a do not call list compliant manner, or in a neighborhood that has a solicitation okay type of setup. If it says no solicitation, then you want to follow the rules. Yet saying this, there are a number of neighborhoods that I'm a real estate agent. I knew you wouldn't come into my office, so I wanted to come out and see you and bring you the latest market information. Here's a list of homes that are available in the area. It's a one-page flyer that you'd be able to give them. Here's a list of homes that are currently for sale. Here are the recent sales and what they sold for. A call to action on that leave behind on that flyer that would let them know, I can let you know what your home may be worth in today's marketplace. That's you providing value to individuals out in the neighborhood. Apartment complexes, we've talked about in other episodes, the value difference, the net worth difference between renters versus those that own homes. That's something where you could provide education, where you could have that information, where you're having a communication, you're getting their name, email, phone number, and you have a leave behind. Recently sold properties or recently listed properties. Even if it's not listed by Keller Williams, you have the opportunity to go out into the community. Hi, I'm with Keller Williams Realty. Wanted to take a moment and let you know about the property that just listed down the street. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath, and it's currently listed for $400,000. And I was wondering, who do you know that would like to live in our neighborhood? Now I'm reaching out, I'm getting their information, I'm giving them an opportunity to pick their new neighbor. Well, I appreciate you taking a moment to think about that. Would you like to know what that home actually ends up selling for? So there we go. We're using that again, where I would get their email information once it finally went under contract. Once it was sold, it was listed at this price, but it sold at this price. That would be a value to the homeowner. And then I would also ask them, have you given any consideration to putting your own home on the market? Would you like to know what your home may be worth in today's marketplace? This gives me an opportunity to do that. And I'm using the home that was just listed for sale, even if it was listed by another company, I'm using the property that just sold as an excuse to call, and it's given me an opportunity to have something to talk about that's real estate related. Another way of doing this is charity work, volunteer work. Now, we want to make sure that we're coming from contribution. We're not just doing this from the standpoint of trying to get business. We're truly involved with the organizations. It gives us an opportunity to meet other individuals. Another way to do this is through your key relationships, whether it be through businesses, builders, banks, third-party data companies that have information, or investors that are looking for properties. I know a story that I've heard in the past about a key Keller Williams agent that was so key to a corporation that she was almost part of their relocation department. And when somebody new was coming to town and interviewing for a position, they had this individual take them out, show them properties, and then they wanted to get the feedback from this agent as well. They were that trusted by the corporation. Is this somebody that we should have on our team? It was almost part of the interview process as to how they went through. You have that ability to assist corporations with doing this. Hospitals that are looking for nurses, staffing companies that are looking for construction projects that are going on, you have the opportunity to be able to assist them. Taking advantage of teaching and speaking opportunities within your area to be the recognized expert in a particular topic and being a part of it, serving meals or having a mealtime, going out and doing door-to-door canvassing, not just tied to the circle prospecting. Being involved with networking events, whether that be creating your own networking events that you have people come to, or paying attention to what's going on in Eventbrite, Meetup, those types of situations that you can look at and be part of. And then folks that are doing a walk-in to your particular office. Don't see that a lot. You can get some of those when you do work with booths and kiosks at events and getting the individuals to come in. Plenty of opportunities for you to be able to pick from the menu and go through these items and be able to talk about these types of areas. When MREA was published, we didn't have the social media that was able to back up some of these types of things with regard to, say, networking events or developing your relationships, those types of areas. In one of the marketplaces I worked in, I worked LinkedIn very, very, very focused on it, worked it in such a way that I was able to make connections, invite them to networking events, used it as education. I do that in my current location that I'm at, where I utilize MREA tactics that I teach the business owners. One thing, tactics that I teach to the business owners, I provide value to them they are then being conditioned, they're being educated to say, well, this individual is the one that I would want to turn my referrals over to. When Keller Williams surveys top agents, they realize that while agents may be doing 6, 7 of these types of activities, their business comes from about the top 4 sources. It's the 80-20 principle in action, that 20% of their actions lead to 80% of the results. The top sources are always repeat and referral from the sphere of influence and their database and being systematic about working their database. So let's look at the list. Which ones of these would you consider pursuing? And using the E to P principle and being learning based, which one of these are you going to take an additional class? Which one are you going to talk to your productivity coach about so that you can become a specialist in that particular area and start to utilize this to your advantage and start to work with it? Make a decision and take action. That's the key of this. It's not just listening to this for entertainment purposes. There's lots more entertaining things on YouTube that you could be watching. It's actually taking this information, dropping me a note, putting a comment in and say, I would like more information about ... Pick something from the list and we'll point you in the right direction to be able to help you. Now we look at marketing and enhancing this with marketing. This is the list that came from MREA, and you'll start to see some of the items where an enhancement to this would definitely be how we've added in the social media. If you look at MREA, this list that you have in front of you is updated for the times. MREA provides you with a system, with a model, with the foundation that you then can put your creativity on top of. Social media is a way to have that creativity on top of the foundational model of marketing works when it is supported by prospecting. So you have the ability to do offline advertising, whether it be radio, TV, newspapers. This is still working in this marketplace. The beauty of Keller Williams, the beauty of our I'm grabbing one here, the beauty of our playbooks, for example, is that our team at KWRI has gone out and interviewed top agents in every single one of the areas that you're seeing there on your chart. I should point this way towards the chart. Every one of these areas, they have found somebody that is knocking it out of the park in the area of TV advertising, in radio advertising, newspaper, grocery carts, of being able to have your name and information on there. Online advertising. It's not just the sexiest, latest thing of TikTok or something like that that may end up getting banned or not banned. And yes, there are agents that are being successful in that. Having broadcast content as segments. I've been having success with using YouTube Live and being able to have webinars, seminars. You're seeing it in action right here. If you were to put together a session on how to get the top value out of your home and have that as a resource that you were able to provide in a marketing basis, or you ran ads and said, give me your email, I'll send you back the link that you would be able to do this. So online advertising, broadcast and content creation, direct mail, whether it be postcards, handwritten notes, special events cards, just listed, just sold, a quarterly marketing update that would stand out, having your promotional items, your press relations. I have had articles myself that have been published in the Washington Post, in the LA Times. I then have utilized those as resources so that when I go in to have a listing presentation. When I'm meeting with the buyer, I'm able to show them my quotes and my press that I was included in. That didn't just magically happen. They were relationships that I developed over a number of years through local writers, through editorials, through providing them with information. And sponsorship still works. Sponsoring your local AAU team, your travel baseball team, your Little League team, your local swim team, those types of events, because it allows you to be there with the parents, with the homeowners in an area, and for you to stand out, reinforced by your prospecting and your conversations. Some of these areas, and this is newer from what the book was, some of these are a prospecting and marketing. There's a lot of synergy between these. When you're doing farming, you cannot just send out postcards to a farming area and expect for that to get you the relationships that you're looking for. It's a blend between doing geographic or demographic marketing or farming and then backing that up with your prospecting you're doing. Events give you a great opportunity to blend it between I'm sending you a message and the email or the marketing or the postcard says save the date. Then I'm able to call you up and invite you to the event as well. I can give you a reminder call or a text. You see how it can fit together. I can post it on social media as well for the same event. I'm working all of the different avenues. Same thing with my networking. My network within my sphere of influence, my past clients, my allied resources that I have, other businesses and agents. And then I can also work with a referral network, my advertising networks, my clientele, to be able to work with them. Agent to agent referrals are a great way for you to start to build a relationship with individuals, to contact them via social media, via phone calls, and via all of the different prospecting and marketing. There are Facebook groups for referral connections. And when somebody has posted on there and say, I'm looking for an agent in blank, a city, what it shows me is that the agents in that particular city did not develop relationships, because if you have enough of a relationship with somebody, they're not going to just go and post on a public page. They're going to get in contact with you first. That is what is known as lead generation. You're generating the relationship so that when the opportunity comes up, you are the one that is contacted and selected. A lot of different sources there, a lot of different opportunities for you to have an aha about the different groups that you're going to work with and that you're going to talk with. Some of these provide you with a gold mine of referrals as well. So we're going to look at client referrals, agent to agent referrals that I was just touching upon, worldwide referrals, and business to business referrals. So let's jump into this. Client referrals, and the beauty of client referrals is it always provides, or you have the opportunity to get these referrals by providing value, what we've said of coming from contribution. You have the opportunity to share your KW app, share market statistics, provide your vendor list, or make them request the information, and then you are able to hand that out to them. You yourself are also able to ask them for referrals. You have an opportunity to reward them for referrals, and a thank you handwritten note goes a long way. Some of the other ways that you can be providing value to your group that's not listed on here is you can be a problem solver that's available for them. You can have an elevated level of service. I know our luxury group within North Florida talks about providing luxury level services at all price points. If you take that type of approach, you're providing an elevated level of service. It goes a long way and helps you to get the referrals. And just being a caring and supportive individual. Those would be a great way for you to get the referrals. So when's the best time to ask for a referral? Well, whenever there's a moment that a client expresses gratitude or they are happy and excited. A lot of agents I see wait till the very, very, very end at closing or beyond closing to ask for the referral. Yet the individual is happy at varying different times within the transaction. When they first worked with you, when you first got them with the search, when they first are under contract, these are great opportunities for you to be able to ask for referrals. At the consultation itself, has anyone taken the time to explain all of this information to you? I'm the first one that has done that. Is there anyone else that needs this level of expertise, this level of professionalism? I would love to be able to assist them. Here's a couple conversation starters that you could use, and these are in your participant guide. Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, my goal by the end of this transaction is for you to be so thrilled that you tell everyone about me. I could take that a level deeper as well and say, and most of my clients provide me with a couple of referrals by the time we're done with our transaction. I'm setting the stage. I'm letting them know that this is the expectation. You only buy a home once every 7 to 10 years. I still have bills to pay in the interim. I'm going to provide you with so much service that even when you yourself are not looking to buy or sell, you will give me referrals to other individuals who are in the window to buy or sell. Another conversation starter. Who do you know that would like an experience like you just had? Now that sets the standard for you to make sure that the experience that you're giving is top rate. If I provided a stellar experience, it would be the greatest gift for me if you referred me to friends, family, coworkers so that I can provide them with the same experience. Many agents will track in their data bank the people who provide referrals to them, and they continue to reach out and provide a nominal amount of reward, even if they're inviting them to VIP only events. And handwritten notes go a long way with your referring clients. Many top agents will hold these special events or will send special notes to their top referral sources, having a luncheon, working with your business partners to be able to provide something that is really recognizing the individuals that have helped you grow your business. There are other courses within Keller Williams that are specifically focused on how to increase your client referral business. Another way is agent to agent referrals. I've spoken about this. I talked about in previous sessions of having an agent that is one town away. In every direction that you live, having that agent that is one town away. Having the agent that is one state away. Having an agent that is one major city away. These are individuals that will be able to assist you. Why would they refer to you? Well, this is an opportunity for you to be able to educate these other individuals that you know about the area. that you're focused on listings in a particular type of property, that you have a way that you communicate back with the agent that is provided you with the referral. Don't know where to find agents in other market centers? KW Command has a section that is specifically there where you can click on an agent, you can find out their production level, the areas that they specialize in, to be able to work with you. You might be working with a particular price point, a particular type of property, a particular type of situation. In doing so, if you live in an area that has a military installation that is there, even if it's a National Guard base, even if it's a smaller location, knowing where the other specialties are within that base. If that base is a logistics base, where are the other logistics bases across the country? That is the likelihood that people will be transferred from one base to the other. There are agents that have built considerable businesses off of agent to agent referrals. One of the reasons to attend the Keller Williams national and regional events is the opportunity for you to rub elbows with other agents, and it gives you an opportunity to pay for those items. Every single time that Bold is given in the town that is next to you, it's a great opportunity for you to get up early, make the drive over there, not only to benefit your own business, but to benefit by the relationships you make with the other agents that are going to be likely to. They see you, they know that you're invested in your business, and they will refer agents that come over to your area. Again, agent to agent referrals are the opportunity for you to grow your database, track your agents that you meet throughout the course of business, reach out to agents in other cities and states, especially the locations where someone is moving from. If I'm in Florida, I brought it up, and I know that somebody is relocated from Wisconsin, where particularly that gives me an excuse to reach out to the agents in Wisconsin. Hey, just had some buyers that came into my area, got me thinking. I would love to develop a relationship with you so that next time you're the one that's able to assist them with the sale of their home, or you're the one that'll be able to refer them down and receive a portion of the commissions with the information. Have a systemized agent referral network by being purposeful about it, making sure that you communicate not only when the lead is in process, but also beforehand, so that you have a newsletter, you have information that you're providing of value, educating them about your area, and then keeping your network up to date, stay in communication with the network partners, and talk to them, track all your referrals. If I'm in your referral network and you let me know that you had a particular percentage of your business that came from referrals, and then you were able to offer a class on how you went about doing this, you now have cemented the relationship, and all of that could be done electronically or from afar. We talked about KW Command and the referral network that is on there, where you can find the agents, make the connection, and then reach out to them, of being able to look at and track where are folks moving from in the area. Another portion that you can start to consider are worldwide referrals. If you live in an area, Florida has a number of international buyers that are coming in. There are other parts of the country, even in the inner part of the country, the middle part of the country, where individuals are moving from Europe, from Asia, to be in your location, and for you to be able to work with them. And then as well, we have some great locations. I just saw that KW Cayman Islands just came up. Boy, wouldn't that be a retirement location? You becoming a expert in the expat requirements of what does it take to get tax breaks to become a property owner in those particular areas. Well, you don't need to know all that information. You working with a KW Worldwide agent in that particular area would assist you in those referrals. Business to business referrals. It's funny, in the book here it says, well, who do you know that is your hairdresser or barber? I kind of take a little offense to that. I'm missing out on business, I guess, but I kid because I care. Yet, who are the business professionals that are in your area, who are running their auto repair shops? Even if it's a national chain, the manager that's within that office, within that repair shop, is local to the area and is connected with other individuals. This is your opportunity to make the connections. Handyman, plumbers, electricians, gardeners, landscapers, funeral home directors. Yes, funeral home directors, because people are dying to sell their homes. Had to go there. It was a little bit of a joke. Yet it's really not a joke. One portion of my career, I had a relationship with a funeral home director that he would have families that would come in from the area. They did not live directly in the area. They needed a resource to be able to handle the property. The funeral home director knew that through my business to business referrals and a relationship that I had somebody that could handle the trash out of the property if needed. I knew someone that could handle an estate sale, tagging every single item, holding the property open for an estate sale and accounting for the funds, repair specialists that could come in, get the property ready for sale, and then do the sales transaction. Imagine the peace of mind that that provided to the family, that when I'm in Virginia and they're in Ohio, that they don't have to come back to Virginia to handle the transaction, that we were able to take care of it. Our title company was able to take care of things so that they could do a remote closing and everything would be taken care of. These are the business to business referrals that you have the opportunity to develop your relationship, get to know about their business. Are they looking to grow business? What is their ideal client? Who do they like working with? Is this a particular price point? Is a particular background? By you knowing about their business, you're helping them to grow, and in turn, they'll reciprocate and you'll be able to have referrals that go through this. So this is something that you can focus on and build your business by having referrals, whether it be client referrals, your sphere of influence referrals, agent to agent referrals, worldwide referrals, or business to business referrals. Aha time for you to get out your student manual, time to look at this, time to say, am I going to do some geographic farming? Am I going to do some different types of ways in which I'm looking at my referrals? Am I going to reach out and do agent to agent? Am I going to, I'm always been interested in a particular area. I'm going to establish a relationship with KW Worldwide or an agent in another area. I got ahead of myself a little bit there. Let's talk about some of the other sources. The other sources that you can have is geographic farming. Many agents choose to focus their prospecting and marketing on a particular area, a neighborhood, or a set of neighborhoods. This is known as targeted geographic farming. You have the opportunity to reach out to plant seeds within the community that will end up growing and providing you with a level of business. When you choose a farm and in that neighborhood, you need to be aware that it may not yield immediate results. This is a lead source that's more of a long game. It's more of like farming, that you plant something, you have to care and tend to it. You have to be consistent. You have to be systemized of what you go through. You also want to look at the number of houses and the turnover rate. There was a particular community that I knew of in Virginia that had, over a 10-year period of time, I think out of the 100 houses, only 2 of them had ever sold. They were very sought after. It was a very established community, did not have a turnover rate. I say that now, in the past 10 years, it might have had a turnover rate because people aged out of those particular properties. So it's something for you to be able to look at, work with your market center tech trainer or your MLS system to be able to find out turnover rates in particular areas. Then once you have chosen a farm area, this is not something that you can dabble in. It's something that you really need to know about the history of the area, the growth, the happenings, the new developments, the new shopping center that's going in, the improvements that have been done, any of the HOA requirements or deed restrictions, those types of things. And then be committed to stay in communication with the residents that are in that particular area, keeping them informed. Set up a plan. Start with even a few houses and know that that group of houses is going to hear from you every single month for the next 10, 20, 30 years that you are in real estate. Door knocking can be a key in farming because that gives you that opportunity. You can introduce yourself as the agent. Don't have to be pushy. You can come from contribution. You can let them know how much the homes are selling for, what the time on market is, how much the last home sold for. You can talk to them about one of your vendors in your network where you have a special, a coupon, some sort of deal that goes into them, some sort of promotion that you can work together. You can be the one that arranges the neighborhood yard sale, food drive, those types of things, where you can be the one that puts out bags and then comes back and collects them. All of this done with your marketing, with your name, with your branding, your information that you can go in there. Always keep safety in mind. Maybe door knock with a fellow agent if you're looking to do that. Knowing with your spouse, a partner, something along that line where they're in the car while you're going through it. This could be a partnership that you also make with your lender. Your lender may be in an area where your farm area may be such that they're not selling at that particular time. You're planting seeds because the interest rates have changed a bit, yet it's a great opportunity for them to refinance. There's a win-win situation between you and your lender. Another way that you can go about doing this is making sure that you're holding your open houses, you're targeting your social media, your conversations, your contacts, any of your handwritten notes are focused on that particular farming area. Events and seminars are a great way for you to be able to stand out. Whether those events be things from neighborhood park cleanup to one of the examples they use is family front porch photos. The number of folks that are looking for having a maybe a relationship that you have with a photographer and they're able to have a family photo because the kids grow up so quickly, and there they have it with their house as well, for you to be able to do that. Now you have their contact information that you're going through. Game nights, whether it be a game night at a community center or something that is done at a virtual manner. There's a number of things that you can do, first-time homebuyer seminars, getting the top value out of your property. There are so many different examples that you would be able to work with and to be able to assist them. So leads are also everywhere. Take a group of business cards, pin them up in the post office, not under the wanted section. I kid because I care, but put them up in that area where you see other businesses that have their cards up. While you're there, take a photo of the board. Take the photo, bring it back, and then start reaching out to those individuals. That's a way for you to build your business-to-business relationships. A lot of local coffee shops have this information up. I also talked about where people are in your neighborhood, your repair shops, your hair salon, your dentist office. Wherever you go, there are leads available, there are relationships available for you to tap into. So feel free to leave a review. If you don't feel like doing it on KWU, drop me a note, put it in the comments. Would love to have your information. Please support KW Cares and KW Next Gen. Those are great opportunities. We talked about events. Maybe it's partnering with an agent or becoming a KW Next Gen instructor yourself. Holding events, this gives you an opportunity to invite people and they can learn about Quantum Leap and Gary Keller's success philosophies for young adults, and you can become the expert in the area of working with this. Let's talk about capturing every lead as well. And one of the places that we want to really get in and focus on capturing your leads is with KW Command. Making this your data bank and putting your information in there. Having the individuals that are in your integrated end-to-end cloud-based platform that you can pull up on your computer, that you can pull up on your phone, that you've made the notes in there from the information, and then putting together a true lead generation plan where you're not just putting them in there, you're not just putting them in a box, but you're actually working with this where you're connecting with your sphere. You're building and feeding your database. We talked about the 4 principles where you build a database, you feed it every day, you communicate with it in a systematic way, and you service all the leads that come your way. Building that community with social media, capturing the leads, executing a referral strategy, choosing that geographic area to focus on with your door knocking efforts, taking even the tax record information, even though you don't have the email, you don't have the phone number, putting them into your data bank, the Smiths, the Johnsons that live at 123 Main Street, and then making it a challenge to yourself of finding out as much as you can about them, filling in the information about their phone number, their email, those types of things, and then considering the social media, the events that you can have, the seminars that would be a blend between prospecting based, marketing enhanced, open houses in the area, seminars that you hold in the area, community events that you spearhead and that you work with others in your sphere and others that you go through. So some ahas that we have here, we want to talk about our messaging and method that we had where we approach people, we connect with them, we have to ask for the business. Having that prospecting base, marketing enhanced, and knowing the difference between the two, but seeing how they work together hand in hand. Being purposeful about referrals from our clients, from other agents worldwide, and from other businesses, and then diving into geographic farming, events, and seminars. This is a list, this is the last session that we also have in lead generation. But this is not the last opportunity for you to participate with lead generation over your career. Pick an area, learn more about it, schedule a time, check with your market center I'm reaching, find their training calendar, look at the events that are coming up. A good training calendar at a market center has multiple lead generation events every single month for you to dive into this more and more. You see, this is going to again affect your mindset of the way you're thinking about lead generation, how you feel about it, the actions that you're going to take, and the tools, models, and systems that you're going to put in place. One of those systems is our success system, where we are now going to dive into and focus on every single day the number of conversations that you have, the contacts that you've added to your data bank, the handwritten notes, the 10-5-1. You heard about the 10-5-1 in session 8. Have you been using it? Is it something that you've been implementing? When would now be a good time to get started? This is a great opportunity for you to say, you know what, this is supportive of I'm being prospecting and marketing blended. I have to use that 10-5-1 as part of it, the enrichments that you're able to provide to this. Make sure you do your contacts in a TCPA manner, compliant manner, and that you are following the do not call list. I engage every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in relationship with me. If you need to, write that down at the top of your call list so that when you get ready to make your contacts, be able to make your calls, that you are looking into this and you're doing this. And this is the spirit that you take, is that you are coming from contribution. People are happy to hear from you because of the value that you are providing. Block off time to do your role playing. Put together your conversation list. Again, we talked about this may be a call list, it may be a door knock list, and it may also be a social media conversation or communication list that you're being purposeful about in putting the list together. Spend your time on doing your lead generation. Do your follow-up with anybody that's gotten in contact with you, or follow up on the leads that are there. Take the time to celebrate your success. Let me know about it. Put it in a note. Drop me a direct message. Send me an email. Let me know about the successes that you've had. Get additional help on KW Command, or connect with the extra videos that are out there available to you. In session 10, we're almost halfway there. We're almost in auto racing, they call it crossed flags, halfway there through the race that you're getting through, the journey that you're taking. And in session 10, we're going to talk about keeping every lead, not just generating, but keeping every lead that you have. Appreciate you sticking in there with this as we've gone through our success system, as we start to take action. Until next time, make it a great day.